got ourselves quite a bit of variety over in the first game of the NA today, boys. We got ourselves Flex Bites flexing on that Druid. Let me guess, a Necrolord Druid. A lot of you guys have been going Necrolord kitty cats. We got ourselves Gohan. Doesn't exactly look like Gohan that I remember, but like Gohan in Alternative Universe with glasses. Assassination Rogue. Dude, this Savannah's daggers? Yo, are you bringing those to PvP? Probably not, because versus is too good. Got ourselves No in here. Noco. We got Roberto J with skills as a big old Fury Warrior ready to go. Oh, I like that helmet. I'm a big fan of that Legion helmet, dude. Well, the other team, we got ourselves an Outlaw Rogue Cogbot. Dude, fully engineer spec here. We got ourselves, what is this? Faye Ghetto. We got ourselves Intensu. We have Yogi's Bear. Yogi Sober, as well as Chicago on Elemental. It looks like it's going to be Faye. Up and running first one, and it looks like a little bit of confusion on team one of who's going first is going last. Looks like it is going to be Gohan the Rogue. Stalking his prey. Does he realize it's going to be the Feral Druid that's in stealth right now? They should be aware, looking for the stealthy, and it is going to be Faye, the first one up and running for this duel. Gohan is already out and about scouting. Does go for Fleshka. Faye knows this is a rogue that he's fighting against. Gohan is going to get himself the opener. Faye popping out in bear form. Not going for Fleshka, so I'm thinking this might be a Night Faye, since he literally got the name Faye in there. Faye Ghetto. Gonna be an opener by Gohan. Going for a bit of a shorter opener. Kiddish shot to use and get a bleeds up and running. Big old bash onto Gohan. Does he go for a maim? Looks like he's just gonna go for a set of bleeds. And Faye popping in a bear form. As soon as he's Gohan popping in evasion. Blind by Gohan, but he breaks his own blind immediately. Trying to get big damage into Faye without a vendetta. Looking for a bit of a reset. I don't think Faye's gonna let him. It's actually gonna catch a restun onto Gohan with a big old bite to follow. Gohan turning that kidney shot around with a trinket by Faye. No blind available. Gonna be Gohan just going for vendetta. Big and venom onto Faye. It looks like he's actually gonna try to peel this rogue off of him. Gohan didn't even try to go for a big old stun while inside of the burst with a vendetta. He just went for a big old mark for the thin venom. Cheap shot onto Faye. Into his ambush. Actually might just have the Druid. Trying to go for a cyclone. Does he live it? Trick at the last second for Gohan just to make sure that he's living in Chicago. Getting a primordial bolt onto Gohan, but he somehow catches a re-stealth either way. Looks like the rogue is gonna be out of stealth into a big old lava burst into a light lasso. I think the rogue might be done. Actually, Shadow Step not letting him out of here is gonna have his armor just fighting for him with that Cloak of Shadows, but the man is done, ski. The man is over. The best he could maybe do is try to get a trick out of Chicago, maybe at least put a full set of bleeds on him for the next competitor, but he kind of just like, you know what? There it is, man. There it is. We did it. Chicago going up for skills for a little bit of a bow. That's going to be Elemental Shamancement versus a Fury Warrior. Chicago making sure that they have the high ground, waiting for skills, waiting for him to just kind of charge at him. Is going to hit him with the Frost Shock skills. Realize that, okay, well, I guess the duel started now. Chicago setting up a Primordial really early on, trying to keep this Frost Shock swirl into skills. Big old lead by the Warrior into a Stormbolt. Chicago knocking it back, not going off of the bridge. Able to re-intervene with that charge back towards Chicago. Trinketing out of that Lightning Lasso. And Chicago dropping a full Meteor on the guy. That's going to be the legendary of the Tormented Kings as he Blade Storms, activating Avatar, so you could go for a full reg. Actually, the reg being used with the Shackles of Malediction. Chicago could dispel it. Actually, is going to go for a dispel. Another charge by skills is going to be stuck in the statically totem. That's going to be a hex out of Chicago, keeping skills at bay. That frog is not leaving the totem at all unless you take down totem. Big Earth Shock collapsing onto the Warrior as Chicago gets hit with a Stormbolt. He just had himself a good go there, didn't he? Noco is going to be up next as a survival hunter versus Chicago. It's going to be interesting what kind of a setup he's going to go for. Is Chicago playing the Earth Elemental Shield? Like, he's got to be, right? That's still what Shaman's playing. It's going to be that Chimeric Poison to silence Chicago, as well as nerf the damage they go for. Stormkeeper getting set up. Chicago is going to go post Chimeric Poison damage. Big old zap, so no, into a Light to Lasso. The Hunter goes for a trick, and big Lava Burst taking him down. Going to be Acceleration. Trying to see if he might be able to survive it. Freezing Trap onto Chicago. Does at least stop the heal. And trying to continue the barrage of damage. Harpoons, I think, trying to interrupt Chicago, but Chicago does get interrupted on it. Did he not hex it? Did he feign death that? Actually used the hex on the pet. He actually used the hex on the pet. Shackles was available by no, but Chicago could just easily dispel him, so it is a curse ability. And no, just trying to see if he can max the damage here, interrupting Chicago and Lava Burst. It's going to be Chain Lightning Bolt, but actually Freezing Chop on it. And no, breaking his own CC, just using CC to stagger Chicago. But Chicago still got plenty of damage. Light last, I think that might be enough. Or just his Hunter. And I think he might just be going down Primordial Bolt, taking him out at the end. That is rough. That is rough. Did he use a turtle shell there? I don't know if he did or didn't. But Chicago's on 4, just walking out, clobbering these boys with the elemental powers. Gonna be flexing bites, opening up as a Necrolord, going for the full bleed setup with Chicago wall available for the Shaman, trying not to get interrupted on. No jukes available for flexing. Does bash Chicago. Does he have any stones to follow? That's gonna be static link totem, almost catching him, but does get out of there, popping a rune into Chicago and bailing out of there immediately. Look at that full reset. If he just waits out Chicago's Stormkeeper, that's going to be a lot of the damage gone. Flex bites actually lag a little. Very unfortunate. Hopefully we can again wait to actually move back. I think Mame onto Chicago. Looks like flexing. Trying to see if he can get some damage in there. Going to be a worse up. What did he try to use Shackles onto Chicago? I don't know if he did or didn't. Light Less onto the kitty cat could be a trick out of the Druid, but that Necrolord Fleshcraft shield is still holding on strong. Flexi get it back on top of the Chicago, letting those bleeds sink in. Going to be a stun, sure, but Chicago catches himself a little bit of a re-heal. As long as he can find a way to deal with the heals from time to time, just healing, surging himself off every so often, then you'll actually be in a great spot. Gonna be that Shackle's Malediction, watch Chicago's main, trinket it out of it to dispel it, trinket down for Chicago, super low on health. Actually could still be in a bad spot. Earth Elemental joining the fight, stunning flexing. And that's gonna be an extra wall for Chicago. Might be able to use this wall to survive this a little bit longer. I think he needs a knockback from flexing in order to deal with him. Bash by flexing, has a skull bash if he needs to. Fleshcraft as he gets interrupted on nature. Chicago gets himself quite a little bit of survivability here. And it is Marileth too. So there is gonna be some self-healing out of it. Shackles Malediction trying to attack flexing, isn't able to, so there's going to be some zaps to follow the kitty as he's jumping down. That's going to be that totem dropping flexing into the same spot. Needs to eliminate the totem if he wants to leave. And that's going to be a big lava burst out of Chicago with an Earth Shock. At the very end, just burying that Feral into the ground. Oh my goodness, the Elemental Shaman. We didn't get any Elemental Shaman yesterday at all, did we? Zero Ellie Shaman gameplay, did we? Very unfortunate. Mortal getting set by Roberto as they go for a fear to follow off of Chicago with an immolate right after. And does he go for the damage setup here? Chicago trying to see if he can get back up. It's going to be Infernally greeting him, and Roberto just going for a try to set up a big old case, but looks like it's not going to happen. Chicago bailing away from that one in a quick second. And Roberto definitely needs to get himself like a better position in order to be able to get some damage. Chicago is he actually going to chase? Chicago just down here chain lightning, just building up the maelstrom. Roberto jumping down with the fear to follow Chicago. Chaos Bolt is getting set up. Inferno still in the game. Chicago to take a bit of damage. Does he run grounding? He does run grounding, interrupting Roberto on the Chaos Bolt as he switches to some fire damage. Big old Chaos Bolt getting set up yet again. And Chicago just trying to dodge as best as possible. Going to be some Stormkeeper lightning bolts. But Roberto got plenty of soul shards to work with, plenty of Chaos Bolts to work with, over and over, just spamming him out. Chicago with the shortest interrupt of all the classes in the game is going to trap Roberto on another Chaos Bolt. And it looks like unless Roberto makes a play right now, he needs to make a really good CC chain play with Chicago. Otherwise, he's going to have himself a hard time dealing with the Shaman. Mortal into a fear, into a Chaos Bolt setting up yet again. Does he go for the big burst afterwards? Immolate to follow him. That's going to be another interrupt by Chicago. That's going to be final, maybe potentially caseable for Roberto. I don't think he got anything left. Unless he pops a wall here. Yep, the man just goes down. The man just goes down. Chicago actually with a 1v5 there? Huh. Chicago with a 1v5. Interesting. I didn't even realize Chicago. Huh. Wait, who's the first person that Chicago fought then?